Hi, Shea here. If you don't know me, I am a wife and mom of two, and I help entrepreneurial women master their mindset and build a successful online business without sacrificing time with their loved ones so they can live their dream life. So this week, I want to talk to you about how becoming an entrepreneur kind of saved me from living my own worst fears. So if you follow me, you know that the brief introduction to me is that I was in the restaurant industry for over 10 years. I finally became a manager of a major hotel chain, and I thought that I had made it, and I was even more miserable than ever, and I could just not get out of the industry. No matter what I tried, no matter what I did, I was kind of stuck. And that was definitely my ceiling also. That was the highest I was going to be able to go in that industry at that place, especially at that point in my life. And so I felt very stuck, very frustrated, very annoyed. And that was also around the time that I got pregnant with my firstborn. I got married. I had my secondborn. I was pregnant with my secondborn. And then I got laid off. So I was already pregnant with my second when I got laid off. And I knew that a whole online world existed, and I kind of jumped right into it, except I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to get started. I was researching, I was doing this, I was doing that, I was following tons of different people. And I started with a direct sales company, and that really wasn't my passion, my calling. I still enjoy the company that I was with, but just wasn't really meshing the way that I was being taught how to do it and how I kind of operate, right? So that's when I fell into attraction marketing, blogging, and leveraging social media to attract my perfect customers to me, to my business. And then I learned kind of how to multiply your different streams of income. I learned how to, make money with blogging. I learned how to make money with affiliate links, email marketing, influencer marketing. Let's see, the list goes on and on. Freelance writing. And then I finally made the decision to write a book. And this is it here, actually. This is my book, Firelies. Let's see, isn't it beautiful? I love it. But, I wrote it, so I should love it. This is on Amazon, but that's not really the point of today. I just want to show it off for a second. The point of today is that this was far, far, far away from what I originally set out to do with my life at the age of, 18? I guess that's when you decide what you're going to do with the rest of your life, which I think is, not going to put a word, asinine. It's backwards. I don't think it makes sense. But, I wasn't one of those people that was called to any specific profession, I guess. I guess I was in a sense, but I wasn't, so let's back it up. That was the brief version. We're going to get into the extended history here, and we're going to tie it all in how it kind of saved my life and saved me from some of my biggest fears. So, rewinding. So I got started at 16 in the food and beverage industry. I was a busser at a local restaurant. I became a server. I became a bartender. And then I made my way up to manager. This is at 3 different locations. But, that's the epitome of, making it. You moving up the corporate ladder, we'll say. But that wasn't my passion. I wasn't going to school for, hotel and business restaurant management. Some people do, and that's totally fine. For instance, my brother started at 14 as a firefighter. He was volunteering at our local, firehouse. There you go. Words are not coming to me. But, that was fine. That was his passion. That was his calling. He went to school for it. He this, he that. He's a firefighter now today. That's all he ever wanted to do. That was his passion. Myself, I don't know. I tried a little bit of this. I tried a little bit of that. I mean, serving, bartending, being a manager at a hotel, that was just paying the bills. But I just kept finding the next one in the succession, I was applying for tons of different jobs. I was applying to be a babysitter. I was applying to be a house sitter. I was applying to be, I don't know, what else? Email marketer. I was applying to be copywriter. I was applying to be millions of different things. And, I continued to do that for a very long time. But I couldn't get out of the food and beverage industry. And during that time, I was going to school. I was going originally for teaching. And that was terrible. That was the worst thing I think that I could have done. But it was kind of like pushed on me, which I've talked about before when I talk about especially Dr. Wayne Dyer or internal family systems. It was really the voice of my father pushing me to go to teaching because he said that I love to help people. It's the perfect industry for me. I do like to help people. I do like kids. I do like summers off. I knew that it was perfect for when I wanted to have a family eventually, because I would be able to go to work, at the same time as my kids are going to school, and get home at the same time my kids are getting off of school. And so that was perfect for me. I thought, except I hate public speaking. And, my dad kept telling me, you're going to get used to it. You're going to get over it. You're, this and that and the other thing. But it got to the point, especially when I was in the physical classrooms, when I was actually creating lessons and teaching them to actual classrooms of kids, whether that was college kids or high school kids, because high school was my main focus. College kids were my fellow students. I was miserable. Oh my goodness. I felt like I was like standing in a fire. I hated it. And, he kept telling me, oh, you'll get over it. You'll get over it. And I couldn't get over it. So I changed my profession. And I changed it to psychology because I love psychology. I love learning. But as I was going through it, I think that the reality of being in charge of people's lives in such a manner was a little discomforting to me. I would have taken it super personally if I had, a client that I couldn't help, or, a student that I just couldn't reach. And that really is what started to weigh on my mind very heavily. And, I give super credit to the people that do it. But, I just, I would have taken it so personally, and it really would have messed up the whole thing for me. Plus, it's 8 years of school for psychology, plus lots of unpaid internships. And then, with teaching, you're working more hours than you're getting paid, and you're not getting paid a lot of money, let me tell you. Most teachers have second jobs, and then a lot of the stuff that you're working with in the classroom you have to pay for yourself. So all of this is to say that both of those professions really weren't really calling my name. And it took a lot more trial and error, a lot more research, a lot more of digging and soul searching and trying something and failing at it before I really got to write my own book. Now, that's not to say I am an accomplished author yet. My book was published less than a month ago, 3 weeks ago. So, all right, we're not flying off the bookshelves yet. We're gonna get there though. But it became a better outlet for me to be able to help other people, because in the way that I help people now today, I have time freedom. I have a little bit more money freedom. I have the ability to stop working and go be with my kids, or start working because my kids are asleep, or, things like that. It also is just that, the people that want me to help them are finding me, as opposed to, let's say you could have someone, now we're just putting it out there, that some people have court mandated therapy sessions. Some people, if I was a psychologist, would be coming to me and they don't want to be there at all. They don't want my help. They want nothing to do with me. They don't care. Some of that stuff weighs on your mind. And then as a teacher, you're having classrooms of children. And, I always wanted to reach those kids that felt like nobody was paying attention to them. Nobody heard them. No one was listening to them. But I can do that even better this way. And so those are some of the ways that becoming an entrepreneur really saved me from some of my worst fears. Living a life that wasn't meant for me, living in a box that didn't belong in, you know, giving up on my dreams. I mean, it felt like just getting a job and giving up, you know. Now, again, as an entrepreneur, I have creativity freedom. I have more time freedom, more money freedom, more possibilities in life. And so I don't tell you this message today to impress you. I just tell you to impress upon you, to quote one of my favorite people, that there is a lot more to life than maybe what you're currently being sold. There's a lot more to life than what you're being told. There's a lot more to life than you even realize at every given time. But you have to make the dedication, take the time, and go after it. And so I hope that I inspired you to do that for yourself today. I hope that you find what your true calling is in life. I hope that you don't stop until you get there. I hope you don't stop until you reach that point in life, in time, in your career, in your personal life, that you are ultimately satisfied and happy and content. And so thank you for listening. If you found some value in this today, please like and share and subscribe, and go grab my book, Firelies. It kind of talks a lot about these things in a more sarcastic, more magical, romantic kind of a way. And it's a fun way to hear a lot of the lessons that I've learned, a lot of the struggles that I've gone through, and a lot of the ways that I've triumphed in my life to this point. And it's kind of a journey of where I was and where I am now, but in a lot more fun manner. So please go grab that and comment below. Tell me what you really want out of life and how you're going to go get it. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking to you. All right, see you next week. Thanks. Bye.